You know, sometimes I don't feel God is near me. I'll struggle and struggle some more. Where is God? Does he not see my difficulties? Does he not care?
This is the Bible Promise Book. Inside are different Bible promises on a variety of different Bible topics. So what we do is we're gonna pick one at random. We're gonna see what it says. We're gonna share with you, and let's see what we got here. The topic is charity. So we got charity as a topic. We're gonna go ahead and pick a verse at random, and let's see what it says. Psalm chapter 37, verse 25. I have been young, and now I am old. Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. So I've heard many preachers use this verse before. Not all the time, but it's common, and it is special. The one writing this is now advanced in age. It says, I have been young and now I am old. So this is someone who is speaking from their observations. And I'm sure that in your lifespan, maybe you're not what would be considered old yet, but you have your experiences and you've seen things in life, and you've learned from it. And I'm sure at some point you've shared, or you've had someone with more experience share with you. This is one of those times. Someone who's been around and they've seen a few things. So they've been young, now they are old at that time. Yet notice what they say again, reading it for a second time. Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken. That's interesting because as we think of stories in the Bible, stories in Christian history, it would seem like the people who are trying to do good have been forsaken. I mean, I can think of martyrs during the Dark Ages that were killed for their faith, tortured even. But were they forsaken? It may seem that way, but according to the scriptures, they were not. And you know what? Here's a reason as to why I believe they were not. Because when you think of these martyrs during the Dark Ages, they weren't in a terrifying panic. Read the story. Fox's Book of Martyrs is a book that I could recommend on that situation or that time of history, and there are more. These were people who died peacefully. They died singing. They died praising God. How do you do that with such a calm, with such a peace? Well, they were not forsaken. I know that's a difficult concept to grasp for a lot of people when you think of it, because terror is what would seize most when you think of the type of things that they had to endure. But read the stories. They're out there. And it says, righteous forsaken. Now I'm picking that was an extreme situation. We could think of daily situations, common ones where needs, paying rent, eating food, providing for the children, right? And people could feel, it doesn't have to be at an extreme example. People can feel forsaken of God. Even Jesus, right? When he was at the cross said, my God, why have you forsaken me? So the feeling can be very present, can be very real, and you and I have experienced it for sure. But the reality is that he's observed in his lifetime that the righteous have not been forsaken. God is with his people, and notice, nor his seed begging bread. Now I want to leave you with this. The promise is that God is with his people. The righteous, God is with them. Who is someone righteous? What does that mean? What is someone like when they are righteous? What does that look like? What are they doing? How would you describe a righteous person to somebody else? Do you want to be a righteous person? Do you want to be seen as righteous before God? The promise is yours too. The promise is not limited to the times of the Old Testament. They can be yours too. And I want to motivate you today that according to the Word of God, ask him for his righteousness in your life and see how God will be there for you as well. God bless.
Righteous, upright, just, innocent, in accordance with a proper God's standard, and so implying innocence.